As I stepped into the abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town, a chill ran down my spine. The air inside was thick with dust and the stench of rotting wood. I had been hired by the property owner to clean out the space before it could be sold to developers. It wasn't the most appealing job, but the pay was decent. My name is Kaidera, and I'd worked as a janitor for years, taking on odd jobs like this one when they came up. I'd grown accustomed to the silence of abandoned places, but there was something about this warehouse that didn't sit right with me. Maybe it was the way the shadows seemed to move of their own accord, or the creaks and groans of the old wooden beams. I began by sweeping up the debris on the floor, trying not to think about what could have happened here before I arrived. The owner had mentioned something about a fire, but he'd been vague on details. I didn't press for more information, I just wanted to get the job done and collect my paycheck. As I worked, I noticed that some of the rooms seemed off. Doors were slightly ajar, as if they'd been recently opened or closed. And there was something strange about the way the light from outside filtered in through the grimy windows. It seemed to fall on specific points, rather than casting an even glow across the space. I shook my head, I must have been seeing things. This warehouse had been empty for years, after all. It wasn't like anything could be left here that would cause me any harm. But as I continued cleaning, I started to feel a growing sense of unease. The air seemed to thicken around me, making it harder to breathe. And when I turned off the vacuum and stepped back into the main room, I saw something that made my heart skip a beat. On the wall, in bold black letters, was scrawled a message. "Cleanliness is not next to godliness," it read. "It is a prerequisite." I felt a cold sweat break out across my forehead as I stared at the words. What did they mean? And who could have written them here? As I stood frozen in shock, the lights flickered and died, plunging me into darkness.